Hi, thank you again for joining me at this moment. Understanding what is the greatest part of your body. We've been talking about the other sections. If you can see the part 1 and part 2, and this is a continuation of part 3. So there are more parts to this, but I just want to develop this. Why did I come about? Understanding the greatest part of your body is your mind. The whole world is being attacked, and our enemy can be seen yet unseen, and where it basically attacks is not really so much the finances, it's not so much the external things, but the attacks come directly to our mind. When we receive attacks, we're so bombarded with all these bills and being laid off and having your car repossessed. Like, you know, me, I don't have a car anymore. I had a brand new car, and it takes a toll in your mind when you have a family and you're trying to feed it and you're working. So with all these things that come to a person is very difficult, but I understand something, that there is hope. And if your mind becomes strong, your mind will find a solution to having the answer, the victory, and a way out. So yesterday I kind of felt I need to change, but what must I change? My education, my way of thinking, you know, the house that I live in. Sometimes the problem is not really the place that you work, it's not even your neighborhood. That's the problem. The problem a bunch of times is ourselves, because like I said, for instance, we have people who are in 20s and 30s and living in these great mansions. Yes, we have 50-year-olds living in projects and everything, and basically what makes the difference is the way of thinking. The way of thinking. You have to condition yourself in your mind. What is it that goes into your mind? See, there's one thing we can't control. We cannot control the circumstances. We can't control the news. We can't control our children. We can't control our neighbors, but we can control our mind. Our mind is something that we have authority over. We can think things. We can think our way out. Your mind is such a wonderful thing that you have, and every one of us have it. The sad part about the mind is a lot of the times when people are going into institutions, living in communist countries, they can't think for themselves. They need other people. There are churches that think for you. There are societies that think for you, so you have no freedom. There are parents that think for you, and there are other people that are making choices that you can be making. But why is it that we allow people to rule us, in the sense even to our own thinking? We can't think this, we can't think that. We have no freedom because somebody else is making choices for us. It's simply, that's a weak mind. A strong mind is an independent mind. There are people who are 20 depending on about what other people say. Let me tell you something. When your mind is strong, you're going to have to make decisions in your life. But when your mind is strong, you're able to make the right decision. You're able to make decisions, and you'll be able to become independent. What makes a person dependent and what makes a person independent is really simply two things. When you become dependent, you become dependent on a system, you become dependent on a thing, you become dependent on a person. Okay, but here's the thing. What happens when the person dies? What happens when the system doesn't work? What happens when everything you know fails you? Okay, then that dependence is taken away, and then you're left in a fearful state. It's like a cat, an indoor cat and an outdoor cat. Have you ever seen the difference? An indoor cat, it's hard to adapt outside because it's so used to having the food there and the water there, so he knows where the water. But a cat outside is a stronger cat, because it has a survival mechanism, which is its mind, because the cat is outside is based upon survivalship. So a strong mind is a survivor mind. It's a mind that is independent. It's a mind that is able to do things. So I hope that this section of the mind will help you very much. I'll be also with other sections to help you out. Thank you.